My name is Fay Tellaoui. I was born and raised in Australia. I come from Lebanon. I've always loved fashion. My mum actually used to have a sewing machine. She used to do a lot of her dresses on the sewing machine, and I've always had a fascination with fashion, and actually just couldn't believe that you can actually do your own garments and look amazing. And so as I grew older, when I put this veil on at age of 19, I actually became very stuck, and I'm like, okay. I put it on the first day, not realizing that I had to adjust my wardrobe according to the Islamic dress code. I had to make a lot of changes because a lot of my outfits were t-shirts, some were skirts, and I couldn't wear them anymore. And so at the time, there was absolutely nothing for Muslims, absolutely nothing. I had to, wait until winter came along so I can get something long to wear. When I was younger, it was really, really hard for me to understand why covering was important, especially because I was brought up in this country, and the majority of people around me don't have scarves on. Back when I was born, there was very minimal people that did have the scarf on. My mum did have the scarf on at the time, but it was really hard for me to understand why covering was so important. That is until I grew up and I had my two daughters. And I realized that I really want to protect them as much as I can. I actually started in 2004. That's when I got the idea to start producing my clothing. Yep, and I'm very lucky in the sense that a lot of the people that I deal with when it comes to the sourcing of the fabric, they actually, I've got an agent that comes past and deals with me from home, so I don't have to actually travel all the way to the city and get to view the garments. So in that regards, I'm very lucky. But a lot of the fabrics are sourced locally, where I will sort of go into a fabric shop, and that's where I belong. I love being in fabric shops. 98% of the time, my garments are made in Australia. I tried to venture out, and it was a big mistake because it can be very costly. Only because if you do go overseas, the production level has to be really, really high, and you have to make sure that it's absolutely right and perfect. And I had a few costly mistakes where the garments were too short. And once they're short, really can't wear them anymore. We have to make sure that the garments are really long. And I decided that it's best I stay in Australia. That way I can, go past the factory every single day and see what they're up to. If any problems arise, they just give me a call. They come down, we've got this problem, how can we fix up this problem? I can fix it on a day. Where if you do go overseas, you don't have that opportunity. The stock arrives and you've got a whole shipload of garments that at times, you can't use because they're too short, or even, a simple, if the cuff is a little too short, like that, we can't sell it because it has to cover this area here. So that also became a problem. And I just thought, I'm already doing a lot of work. And the last thing I need to do is to have to brainstorm how I'm going to make it longer or fix it. So I find Australia was the most safest option and the most fun. It's more fun when you go every day and see how production is going and get to be a part of it, a part of the environment. I love being a part of the environment. I absolutely hate weekends because it takes me away from my work. It's like, Sunday and Saturday, I know people love their weekends, but it's like, Monday, please come back. Or even when I'm on holidays, I used to go on holidays, I used to get my whole kit with me, books and folders and drawing pads, and I would be focusing on drawing and thinking and watching TV and the fashion show, trying to get my range together, and everyone's out there doing activities and playing. I find that no matter where I go, that I'm always tied to my work, and actually giving up holidays because really I don't really do much. All I do is just focus on my work, and so I can't wait to go back and just to be at my shop and see how, like that to me is a holiday. Being in my business, being in a factory, being amongst fabric, that to me is all I need in my life. And I've actually given up holidays.